following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
And co.
I was wondering if I... And co. I was wondering if I could have a look at the backup MRI machine. What is needed?
Sure, you're welcome to look at it. It's, under the, we got a discontinued projects tarp over the back, northwest corner. It'll be under there. It'll have a little tag on it.
Alright.
You're welcome to anything in there you want to take, by the way. It's all scrap.
Thanks.
It was like ominous.
Yeah. Go have a look.
There's a tarp. Yeah, there's a bunch of, like, damage beyond their ability to repair, beyond, like, some scrap parts and, like, bits you could, like, salvage out of them. Stuff under a tarp.
Yep.
You're looking for the tag for the MRI machine, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
It's attached to a large, sort of muck-shaped blob of molten metal. Or melted metal. River's like, oh yeah, we're not repairing this.
How much internal integrity is there, or is it just melted all the way through?
Let's find out. She whips back her arm dramatically as it reconfigures into a big Mega Man tube thing. By decompiling it atom by atom. So she shoots a thing, like a cone of light, and the metal sort of like seems to start vibrating, and then like it seems to just sort of like shift aside and like crumble away, like Thanos snap crumble style, leaving just like circuit boards, wires, rubber tubings, internal components, magnets, that sort of thing. Like some little blobs of plastic also like float away, and right, she's like, whoop, there. And so the circuit boards and all that look like completely wrecked as well. Like they seem to be like buttery. Like they're floppy to the touch.
Jesus.
I gotta stop being so impulsive.
We'll grab something to eat after this.
You know what to say. This looks pretty worked over.
Yeah. There's just like nothing salvageable here.
This is pretty much garbage.
What about... And, like, any of the other shit under this tarp? Is there, like, anything that, like, catches my eye? It would be, like, worth,
Why don't you give me a check?
Perception?
Technology.
Technology?
Mm-hmm.
35.
You definitely think there's some salvageable components that, like, say, if you were going to MacGyver together a device, that this would probably be a good place to come for quicker, easier bits.
Yep. Okay. But I can't MacGyver together an MRI machine.
No.
Alright. Well, this is quite bad then.
Looks like I made the right choice.
Let's head down to town and get actual food.
Alright. Are you going to keep carrying those photographs around everywhere, or should we put them somewhere?
I don't really want to put them anywhere that isn't on my person, you know? How big are they?
I know I said 8 by 10, but like I actually realized that like these like proofing newspaper prints are usually something like 10 by 15 or something like that.
It's like huge.
So they're and that'll be in inches.
Yeah.
So they'd be about the size, I imagine, of the side of my black speakers on either side of my TV in my room.
Yeah.
They'd be the size of like the side of those, so like not pocket capable. Almost as big as a legal sheet of paper.
Yeah.
That is a good picture of you. It is.
It is.
You look glorious. A symbol of hope in
That
these dark times that'll make everyone feel a little bit more like not everything is going to be destroyed and wrecked.
That's Sander, isn't it?
My brother is pretty great. When I'm around to properly make sure he doesn't have the stupidest ideas, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, don't tell him
I'll
I
look
said
for like
that. That would be bad.
My lips are sealed. I'll look around for. I'll see if I can get like a paper bag or like something to put the photos in, so I'm not just like holding them in my hands. But I am going to keep carrying them around.
Like an envelope, sure. Yeah, you can get one of those from the office, no problem.
Yeah.
You do that. Now give me a quick perception check since you're moving into the offices.
33. I
So
forgot how math worked for a second.
Everyone looks good.
Cool. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
The major that was promoted to a colonel.
Mm-hmm.
Have I seen him around today?
No. He'll obviously be getting a handle on his new position.
Yeah. Where is his office? Is it like
3rd floor. Just under the colonel's,
Right.
the major's, the general's office. Fuck. Rank
Right.
guy's office.
okay? We'll go to a lunch.
Where are you going?
We go to like I don't know. We must have a favorite place we go at this point. We go get food like 3 times a day.
Sure.
I'll be checking people on the way too.
Give me a check.
23.
Everyone seems to be correctly lit, but with a roll that low, that doesn't tell you shit.
But that's not how perception checks work.
I know, you think everyone's fine. I'm just letting you know that, like, that number's not gonna get the result you want. You go
It's
to the little tea house with that seems to have a good deal with the fish supplier, and you get some food. Real food. River consumes hungrily. There are some familiar faces around, as usual.
Oh yeah?
This time of day, your friend John will be enjoying his tea on the balcony across the way. There are some Red Banner officers swaggering around.
Oh, I guess I should make a perception check.
You just did.
It was for the war. Okay, that's fine. We'll just carry that one through. That's cool. I wasn't sure how often you wanted them. That's all.
I
wasn't sure if like that carries
dice
through
all the time. If you want to make a check, you can.
Cool.
But like,
No. Well, we can carry the roll. We can carry the roll through.
Yeah,
That's all good. Yeah. I think you need to be a little more conservative.
You're right. I'm not far too. Sometimes I don't think. I just know that I can do a thing, so I do. That's a that I recognize as a problem. I'm trying to work on it.
Less of a problem here, but I Imagine it becomes a huge problem once we get back to America again. With their lack of food.
Surely by the time we're back there, then you can't just keep shoveling FUD down people's throats for that long. They're going to start dying.
That's what they seem to be doing.
Well, if they're still doing that when we get back there, we'll have to stop them.
Yeah, I have a couple of ideas.
Oh, sorry. Please, elucidate. Oh.
Well, if governmental bodies won't organize it, privately we could organize a mass import of food from more agriculture-based or fishing nations that actually have food available.
I was wondering why some private company hadn't done that, given that they would take a massive jump in profits. Even if they priced it up a bit, people would be willing to pay for real food. Have you tasted FUD?
Yeah, I've been doing some calculations on how much transport would cost and how much you could get, as to how cheap you could make food in America. It's not that cheap.
I mean, realistically, it's going to be a year before America's normal production is supplying like they used to be. So it seems.
I wonder
to
if
me...
the best bet is just to organize the trade and then sell directly to the government as opposed to citizens, or to do both.
I mean, the only reason that would fall through is if the government had some kind of ulterior reason why they wouldn't want that.
Yeah. I don't particularly agree with a lot of choices governmental bodies make, but there's not much you can do after you come to the conclusion that your government has only the worst possible outcomes in mind for its people.
Are we still talking about my fictional made-up world, or
the fictional made-up world?
Okay, because it's kind of hard to tell with a statement like that.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Stop out dystopiaing my dystopia. Jesus. Yeah. No. She sits back, patting her belly, going, I am gonna get too used to food.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
No. But thank you for continuing to shovel food into my face.
Anytime, I suppose.
Maybe you said that.
I'm sure you will. Shall we?
Of course. She gets up, she's like, ugh. Given the amount of work I'm doing for the military, I should ask for a paycheck.
They aren't even giving me a paycheck.
That you know of.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's just roll for a violent encounter.
You roll, me to roll, you to roll? Okay.
Not me, I just rolled. So do I use it now or bank it for later? I'll bank this one.
Well, your natural 12.
20.
Ah.
Right.
I rolled the natural 12 is a thing.
Last night. Not last night.
The natural 12 was a thing, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Last Pathfinder session I had, I think I rolled like half my rolls are 12s. It was absurd.
Well, that's punishment for playing Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Whereas mine's a reward for playing Mass Effect. Reward.
Yeah.
Very good game.
Yeah, let's head back.
Okay, you head back to the camp. Nothing happens that you're aware of.
So, perception check when I get back to the camp, I guess. 36.
Everything seems pretty normal to you. Well, in terms of people looking lit wrong.
Is there something that doesn't look normal otherwise?
Yeah, they appear to be taking apart the building that used to be the lab. Like, busting it apart, breaking it down.
Right.
You would surmise
Is
this is
that,
because it's basically wrecked.
Is the new colonel out here?
Major, he hasn't been promoted. But he's fulfilling the role,
okay.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I just need to find where I wrote down the name of that guy. Oh shit, did I not write it down? Oh god, I didn't write it down.
I know you said it really early on, but it's like slipped my mind,
This sucks. Why do I never write things down? It's expected you to just...
To not suspect this guy.
I didn't think you would care, so...
Yeah. Barking up the wrong tree then, huh?
I don't necessarily think that. Okay, we're going to call him Major Piven, then. That's on my
Major
list. That's on my list of military guy names to use.
I think that's what you said.
Oh, there we go then. But sometimes I say things.
Right. Is he out here?
Yes, actually, this time of day. He will be heading back into the offices.
I'll try to catch him before he does.
Alright,
Major. And I'm paying close attention to this guy.
Give me a roll.
34.
Yeah. You'll turn around. So then you'll be like... Yes, you'll be, Lance Corporal Drake.
Yeah. Yeah,
How's the investigation
just wondering-
going?
Well, I actually came to ask, apparently there was, a couple of people have seen someone up on the roof before the, just before the fires happened. I was wondering if you might have seen anyone. I heard insight check. 25. I heard you were, out on the courtyard at the time, so I just thought I'd, ask you.
Yeah, he says with what you believe to be complete sincerity, he's like, no, I didn't see anyone up there. The sun was behind the building, I couldn't see. I wasn't really looking up there, I was kind of distracted by the fire, you understand.
Yeah, I just met before the fire, that was all.
Oh. No, I can't, I don't think I did. I can't recall.
And with my perception check, he looked normal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You could ask, there was a reporter, he was up on the, on top of the medical building with a camera. You could ask him if he saw anyone.
Oh?
Yeah, he's a new guy, just came in. Has a hat with a little press card in it. It's cute.
29 on an insight check. I thought you said you weren't looking up at the buildings.
Oh, I wasn't looking up at that building. I saw him up there earlier. At this point, a naval lieutenant would come up and be like, Major, I I need your authorization to transfer building supplies from our reserves to rebuild the laboratory. Major takes the clipboard takes it in his left hand, gets a pen out with his right, scribbles a signature on it really quick. Click. It's a very nice pen, by the way. It's a Parker Brothers pen. Sorry, a Parker pen. Parker Brothers is the board game.
Parker pen.
Yeah. Hands it up, here you go. Gotta get that rebuilt as soon as possible. Lieutenant's like, no lie, and like runs off. Like not runs, like jog, like military fast walk at best.
Yeah.
Off. Sorry. How is the investigation?
No. Oh, so well, I'm looking into it. Sorry, don't let me keep you. I just thought I'd ask you. 22 on an insight check. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious in what way?
That you didn't roll high enough to get a specific thing, but something makes you a little bit sus.
So he grabbed the clipboard with his left hand and scribbled on it with his right hand.
You know, like most people would do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just that's an important detail.
I mean, it is one of those things that's like, well, why would I be so specific? Like, but try not to metagame.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like, this is the guy Thomas suspects the most.
Oh,
so, like...
Holy shit,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so he was going to be paying attention to that sort of detail anyway. Like, if he could determine his... Like, if he can determine his dominant hand and then ask a third part, do you know what I mean? Like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I'll leave him with that. Like, I've got the feeling that something's suspicious, but like, that's kind of the. This conversation was to allay that feeling I already had, and it is not. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So.
Right.
I'm gonna go find Major Dozer.
He's in the performance center lifting weights. Actually, he's fairly strong, so it'll be a decent amount of weights.
Has he got a spotter?
Yes. There's like Private Gorilla is spotting. You remember him?
Yeah. Major.
204! Clink! Mischievous smile indicates it was not 204. Yeah. Thank you, Private. Yeah. Or you can go about your business. Yeah. Turns around, walks away, knuckles dragging softly against... No. Not an actual gorilla. Major, like, dries off his bench and stands up and loops a towel over his neck. He's like, sorry, gotta get the reps in. Don't want to turn into a noodle-armed choir boy. How's it going? Time's running out.
I was hoping we could talk about that.
Go ahead. But, like, behind him, River just,
like,
lies down on the bench and starts lifting the weights.
I'm gonna make a perception check. Oh, there's my good roll. 38.
Oh. Oh, 38, you say?
Yeah.
What are you trying to perceive with this particular check?
Well, one, I'm going to check people for being lit wrong, but also like people in the room, like if we could be overheard. Like,
there are actually like a bunch of people around who could overhear your conversation.
And people seem to be lit correctly.
Oh, well, that. Yeah, actually. I don't know why I was hedging around like that. Like, you just, I suppose, to build up some expectation and then thwart it. But no, everyone seems to be correctly lit from what you can see. It's not like this is like a proper gym where that would be hard to detect with all the highlighting and mirrors.
Yeah.
But no, everyone seems like pretty good here. But there are a lot of people around who could overhear.
Somewhere a little more private, if you don't mind, in your office.
Certainly. Walk with you back to, and River, I guess, back to the military building and go up to the second floor where he has a little office.
Yeah.
sit behind it. He'll sit behind this little crappy desk that he got temporarily. He'll be like, "Drink."
Is Major Piven left or right-handed?
I don't really know the guy. Right-handed, I guess. Most people are.
Okay. Just thought I would check.
He looks at you, sure, and he's like, "Why?"
Okay, I'm gonna make one more specific check on him before I, take out the photograph. 31. Oh, no, hang on.
31?
31. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he seems normal. You don't think he's lit wrong.
Then I don't think he's lit wrong.
Alright, I'm gonna take out the photograph that has the guy on the roof.
It's a good picture of you. Makes you look like a god. River's like, I know, right?
Thank you. So, the photographer was on the medical building when he took these photos. But you can see in this one,
Well, he's right there.
he seems to also... Now, if we look closely, Major, this photo, I've had this checked. This photo isn't doctored. But the lighting on the photographer is wrong.
So
He's not lit.
So there's light coming from somewhere else.
No. There aren't other light sources that could make him be lit this way from this roof, unless the sun was in a different position. But it isn't because of the way the rest of the photo is lit.
I'm not following you.
The photographer has the mutant ability to reshape metal. This is the ability we're looking for. But
So it's the photographer.
the photographer can't have been on that roof.
But he's right here.
I don't think this is the photographer. I think there's a mutant with the ability to make himself a mirror image of someone. Perhaps copy their abilities as well. How else could someone have gotten into the lab, set the fires, destroyed the MRI machine, been on the roof, destroyed the valve, all without getting caught? Well, it would be easy if they just looked like someone that was meant to be there, wouldn't it?
No.
But what if they can only
God.
copy the person from the perspective they can see? So it's like a cracked mirror version of them. And who told you about the photographer's mutant abilities?
Huh? Oh, it came through the intelligence desk.
Piven told you.
No, one of the officers who worked there.
Ah.
But it is his department.
You know which officer?
I actually do, let me just... yeah. That would be Lieutenant Leffler. He's a Navy boy.
Okay. So, while I think all signs point to the photographer, I think it's someone with the ability to copy another person. How else could someone copy my handwriting so perfectly? Or Rivers? How could they get into and out of places committing these brutal acts without being seen?
Leans back in his chair. He's like, well, this does seem the most logical conclusion. I'm convinced that you have the right of it. But who is it? How do we find them?
It's not allowed. 23 on an insight check.
What are you trying to incite? Be insightful about.
If he's hiding something or
I
being
rolled
genuine.
I rolled a 20, so he's convinced by your argument. He's being.
Oh, okay.
Again, this has happened again.
I'm not sure on that yet, but finding someone like this is going to take time and a lot of looking. So, I've been moving around keeping an eye on as many people as possible, and talking to a lot of people since I have an excuse to be going around and talking to random strangers and look at people for extended periods of time, since I'm searching for people that might have been there when it might have been in the central area when the fire started. So, I just need more time, is the thing. I don't know if I can do it with a time limit of you go and arrest the photographer tonight. Although, it may be best to arrest him anyway, so that they don't think
I
we're on
pretty
their
much
trail.
can't avoid putting off making that arrest.
Yeah.
It may be best to keep him in protective custody, though.
Yeah. I think so too.
Well, hopefully you'll bring a speedy conclusion about it.
I'll keep working on it.
Drake,
Thank you.
go.
Thank you,
Major.
Major.
You both leave.
Yep.